Hello everyone, hope everyone is doing well. In the last couple of lectures, we talked about the demand curve and we talked about the supply curve and we talked about what factors affect demand and supply curves. In this lecture, what we will do is, since for the same product we use the same axis to make them, we're going to take the demand and supply curves and we're going to put them in the same curve. So we're going to superimpose the demand curve over the supply curve. And well, this kind of doesn't look so good, so I'll just erase that and I'll rewrite price and quantity again. So when the demand and supply curve of the same product is drawn together, we see that it can intersect at one point like this. Because demand curve is downward sloping and supply curve is upward sloping, we see that there's one intersection. Now this intersection, let's call this P star, and the quantity is Q star. So we can now talk about how price is determined in the market. So let us write that. Let's say P star now is the market price or the equilibrium price. It is the price that we see in the market. So this is the price, and Q star is the quantity, equilibrium quantity in the market. So sellers bring in exactly Q star in the market, and buyers, or actually let's also write this, sellers bring in Q star in the market, offer it for sale at P star per unit, and buyers buy exactly Q star from the market at price P star. So per year. So all buyers don't buy, one buyer doesn't buy, may buy exactly all of the Q star pieces, or actually we may have 500 buyers buying 500 units of the quantity. Now, why is P star the price? So let's actually write a little bit more about it. Instead of looking at P star and Q star, let's put some numbers in. So let's say this is going to be, let's call it $20, and we are having 100 units being bought and sold. What if the sellers say that no, instead we are going to charge $30 in the market? So if you remember from before, we said that buyers and sellers, they notice the price and then they decide how much to either sell or buy from the market. So sellers looking at $30, they may think that if this is what the quantity, this is what the price is, this will be, if I go to the supply curve, this is going to be my quantity supplied. So let's say sellers are willing to provide 300 units to the market. However, if we look at the demand curve right here, buyers at $30 may only want to buy 70 units from the market, because to them it's much more expensive. Only people who value the product at $30 or more will buy the product. So then there's more supplied in this region. We can see quantity supplied is greater than quantity demanded. And whenever this happens, we call it a surplus. The value of the surplus is, well, quantity supplied is 300, quantity demand is 70. So the difference is 300 minus 70, which is 230. So we would say that, in our case, we would say at price equal 30, quantity supplied equals 300, quantity demand equals 70. So there is a surplus of 300 minus 70, which is equal to 230. Now, if that's the case, what will happen is, because the sellers oversupplied the market, they need to clear the product. So the only way they can do it is if they reduce price. And they'll keep on reducing price. So let's say they reduce it to 25. Now at 25, quantity demanded is a little higher, quantity supplied is a little less, but there's still a surplus, albeit a small one. So the surplus disappears when exactly we hit $20. The surplus disappears when the price is lowered to the market price, which is $20. Now, what if we have the other way around? What if we have the sellers kind of reducing the price below the market clearing price? So what if we had the same demand and supply, and my price is at 20, and quantity demanded and quantity supplied equals at 100? Let's say they said that the sellers thought that the price is going to be 10. So at 10 units, the sellers may think that the quantity supplied may be, let's use some other numbers. At this point, the sellers are thinking, this is the supply curve. So the sellers are thinking that maybe we are going to charge, or maybe we're going to bring 50 units to the market. But at $10, since it's lower than the price, as we can see, as price decreases, quantity demanded increases. So the quantity demanded may be at 200 units. So there's more being demanded, less being supplied. So under this scenario, we have quantity demanded is greater than quantity supplied. So we can say at price equal to 10, quantity supplied equal 50, and quantity demanded equal 200. So there is a shortage in the market. Shortage meaning there are more people wanting the product, only 50 units are being offered. So the first 50 customers will come and get the product, the other will not. The shortage will be equal to 200 minus 50, which equals to 150. So in that case, if sellers see that, what they will do is sellers will raise the price until the shortage disappears. So the sellers will keep on raising the price. If they go up to, let's say, 15, quantity supplied will go up, quantity demanded will decrease, but there will still be a little bit of a shortage. This shortage will disappear once we hit $20. So therefore, we will say that $20 and this quantity demanded equal quantity supplied at 100 is the market clearing price. And this is the price we see in the market, and this is where the market is in equilibrium. So at price equal to 20, quantity demanded equals to quantity supplied, the market is in equilibrium. In another example, in another slide, what we will do is we will look at what happens when demand and supply, when one of the factors change, and how does that affect price. So for now, we covered what market price is, or what equilibrium price is, and equilibrium quantity is. So basically, this is going to be my equilibrium. Hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you at a later lecture. Goodbye.